Paul, an absolutely topsy-turvy 90 minutes here, but ultimately one that we come out on top. What was your view?
Yeah, again, the most important thing was getting the 3 points. We spoke last week of getting 3 points on the board, which we did very well, and we spoke about coming down here and trying getting 6 on the board. So absolutely delighted with the performance. We had to dig in at times. So it was, again, last week a real overall performance, and we had to show a different side to us today when it went 3-2.
First time we've scored 5 goals here since 1988, so kind of some evidence of how kind of free-flowing your team were in the final third. Was that the bit that pleased you the most?
Yeah, I felt last week, we scored 3 last week, missed a penalty and had various other chances. I think when we do get ahead in games and team leave themselves a wee bit open because they're obviously having to try and push on and get goals, on the counter-attack, we're fantastic, and I think we showed that today, especially second half. We're under a bit of pressure, but on the counter-attack it was great to go and score 2 goals.
You're sounding a wee bit hoarser than you might have done when you went up the tunnel at half-time. Things were so positive, but we huffed and puffed a wee bit at the start of the second half. Needed to get going again. How did you get them moving on that front foot again? Yeah,
we didn't start we spoke at half-time that Queens would come out, fired up, cause us different sorts of problems, go a wee bit back to front. We know they've got a major threat with long throws and set plays, and we came undone with that. I felt for the first 15 minutes we didn't keep the ball well enough, and we gave away too many silly free kicks and throw-ins in that last third of the park, which put us under pressure. And ultimately you could see the goal coming, made it 3-2. So and after that we had to show our mettle and dig in.
We benefited greatly from the kind of width of Dan Armstrong and Ethan Ross, and there was obviously the dip when Ethan went off. We could hear the connection for the foul, never mind feel it, but he's on crutches. Any early word on the level of pain and discomfort he's in?
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain just now. As you say, he's in crutches. We'll get him back up and get him x-rayed tonight, get him back up the road and get him x-rayed, and fingers crossed there's nothing broken or not too much ligament damage, but we'll have to let that settle down next 48 hours and see where we are with that.
Again, it's another characteristic of our Raith Rovers trip on the road. It seems that we talk about injuries, but there was all over the pitch, from Kieran going down, from Benny having to be withdrawn as well. What's the wider news in terms of the squad there?
Yeah, Benny's got a dead leg. He made a tackle and I think the guy's knee caught him on the thigh, so he's got a dead leg from there. Delighted for Nando coming on and doing a good job for the last 15 minutes to help see the game out. Frankie's obviously come on for Kieran McDonald. He was feeling his hamstring tighten up the first half. So again, we'll assess that on Tuesday. Far too early to see where it is with that one, but we took him off at half time for precautions more than anything. And Regan Tumilty's probably got himself through the game where he was struggling with, came off last week with his hamstring injury, and he was probably, my intention would have been to take him off with maybe 20 minutes to go, but he had to see the game out with Kieran going off.
8 goals and 2 wins on the bounce. Could we have had a better start to our championship campaign?
Not at all. Absolutely delighted. And again, I hate to say it, but just so disappointed that the fans couldn't be down here with us today celebrating the victory.
Well, thank you for the performance, and you can pass it on to the dressing room. We'll catch up with you midweek, Paul.
Okay, cheers, David.